Another video from Tom's desk. This one about the DJI Spark, Pixel XL, trip to Thailand, and other odds and sods. Okay, recently I had a problem with the Spark as far as initiating video or initiating still photos. And after messing around, checking things, concerns about the usual high voltage transmission line interference and all of that, what I simply did is what I generally recommend when you have a problem, the easiest thing first. And I formatted the SD card, and everything was working fine. So if this should ever happen to you, there's a plan. Just recently, I forget, yesterday or the day before, I posted a from Tom's desk concerning trip to Thailand, various sundry other things. And I videoed that using my new Pixel XL. Now, I've had the Nexus 6P for the better part of 2 years now, and to include a couple of replacements that I got from Google, and good on them for doing what they say they're going to do and all that. But with the trip coming up to Thailand and Google dropped the price of the Pixel XL by $200, I decided now it's time to buy, which I did. It arrived. I used cable to move everything from the Nexus to the Pixel XL. Obviously, had to update some passwords, but I use Dashlane now as my password place. So it simplified things a fair bit. All in all, it was quite painless. I've been using Pixel XL. I've been studying, once again, on YouTube, what's available, what to do and all that kind of stuff, getting it updated. And so far, I'm 90+% pleased with the thing. What I plan on doing with the Nexus 6P is putting a Thai SIM card in there when I get to Thailand and using it for my phone number backup and whatever else. Okay, now the Spark. I already mentioned the photo thing and formatting the SIM card. The other thing I've been quite interested in when I can get someplace where I can fly it is where, okay, I'm not interested in high-speed stuff. I'm not interested in, what I'm interested in is providing visual information to people. Now, from the sky, I mean, for years, using the Phantom 3 and whatever, I saw what it could do to include the locations there. Okay, it's not the location of what I'm taking a picture of, but it's the location of the UAV looking at it. Now, a number of things I've been trying and working on, because I've been working with the Spark, more and more, is getting it down close to the ground and under trees and under obstacles and zipping along, because it's gonna start to drop here in a moment, or it's not going to drop. It's going to come down to a lower altitude, or whatever you might want to call it. The other thing that works good on the Spark is I'm not in beginner mode, I'm just in GPS mode and moving along. If you hover very close to the ground for, I'm not sure what the period of time is, Spark's going to land. As long as you keep moving, is so far so good. What I'm trying to test here is how well it holds an altitude. And from what I've seen, it holds an altitude pretty well. The other thing I'm working on is turning the camera, basically, is easy. Because turning the camera, the way the camera's pointing is always forward. So you could move forward and change direction by changing the direction of the camera, which is what I'm doing here. And because I'm kind of watching out for people, and you might call this chewing gum and flying at the same time, I'm a bit goofy. Also coming up, I've got to look out for a person. Excuse me. So this is sort of the way it goes. Said hi to the guy, and we keep moving along here. The obstacle avoidance system does work quite well, and it's got a pretty wide angle that it covers. It's like 100, I think it's 100 and some degrees. So you're pretty good. Now, the one, like I said, if you stop and hover, that you've got to worry about is the one that points down, because at a certain elevation, it shuts it off so that it will land. But anyhow, we're kind of moving around the park here, and everything's good. Flight time with the Spark, this is a 9-minute video, so, and I have plenty of time left. Another thing to remember, when you're walking around and moving, your return to home point remains the same unless you move to the option, the return to home option. And the second one, when you look at it, I forget what the icon is, and move the return to home option as you're moving along. Otherwise, if you get a low battery or a loss of signal, your Spark is going to go up to your predetermined altitude, which in my case is 30 meters, and return to the original return to home thing. Now, some people have, been out on a boat or something else, and they get a return to home signal, and the Spark isn't going to return to where they are now. It's going to return to the original return to home point. So don't forget that. And the other thing is, always make sure that you have set a return to home point, because if it doesn't know where to go, or if there is no GPS, is generally the situation, it's not going to go, it's going to end up wherever it ends up. Now, you can go into your the Go app, and it records all your flights. So you might get lucky, like some people have, and find out where it landed. Now, whether it's still there or not is another thing. But anyhow, this is just once again practice. I mean, I'm just given. I don't see the sense for me and for the stuff I do in sport mode. So I get out of beginner mode, which has just a couple things it enforces, but in regular mode, I still have avoidance operating. It moves fast enough for what I want to do. I mean, a 9-minute video, I walked all the way around the park, and now I'm talking over it. So I'm quite happy with that. We're getting back to where I am, and this is sort of where I'll wrap it up. Then my next video might be from the Clearwater Cemetery, where I'll talk more about the upcoming trip and Thailand and plans for there. And I've also already gotten a couple notes for people asking for me to shoot particular places in Isan. So if you have any reasonable, in my opinion, requests, please put them down in the comments below, or send me an email, and we'll do what we do. Also, I got the extensions for the legs, which keep the Spark off the ground a little bit more. So that's that. You all take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.